Hello my friends, welcome back to Brutal Plus. We are going to In Utter Darkness +6. I apologize for the lack of a video yesterday. I tried to record In Utter Darkness, and it was very buggy. What ended up happening, I could have been a bad person. I could have kept the recording, and I would have had a very easy Brutal +6 victory. But I decided not to. What ended up happening was Dweeby put a safe zone around the bonus objective on the mission, which is kind of smack dab in the middle of the map. But the safe zone was accidentally too big, which meant that all environmental mutators and stuff just didn't affect the main combat area, and they basically didn't exist. And for example, I rolled the mag mines one, and the area was so big that there's supposed to be 200 mines that spawn. Two mines spawned on the entire map. And I could have taken it. I could have had the free win, but I decided to wait a day. Get everything set up and situated properly, because if I'm gonna win my 5th Brutal +6, which I am, don't timestamp this later when I lose, which I am, I'm gonna win it. I want to do it legitimately. I'm actually horrified. I think this is going to be the one that breaks me. Let's see what we got. Brutal +6. Ooh, well, there goes the vision, and we got, oh god, double-edged. Just looking at what we have here. Double-edged, so we take the damage we deal, but all the units have passive regeneration of 6 per second. Player units cannot use weapons abilities or stop command while moving. All enemy units slow my units. Units have -4 vision, and enemy units revive upon death. Oh gosh, Just Die could be really good. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Just Die could be very, very strong if we manage to live. However, I don't see us surviving the early game very easily with everybody respawning and the double-edged ability. That's going to be so much punishment. I'm going to try to wall off the front right here. And I don't know how double-edged works with storms, but maybe I want to go like cannon storm. Something like that, and just use the storms effectively as a free explodey button. Not free, it might take the life of the Templar. I don't know. I'm very concerned, actually. I was going to say a little bit, but I think this is going to be super, super hard. However, because of Just Die, enemies reviving on death, I don't know exactly how it works, but if it works and both deaths count as a kill, that'll be incredible. And my thought about the photon cannons is they might not do damage fast enough to actually destroy themselves. They're pretty chonky. I can kind of hope. So, oh yeah, and if a unit cannot be given a command while moving, then I think the Templar is going to be pretty good for that, because I don't have to move them. Did the Templar die right there? The Templar didn't die. Okay, so it only applies to basic attacks, not spells. All the cannons died, though. Oh. Well, that wasn't too bad. We just need a million billion storms. Okay. I can try. I don't think we're going to be able to take the expansion. Oh. Oh, welcome back.
We must not hesitate.
So we just warp in every time. We're going to get the shield upgrades as fast as we can. Oh gosh. No, everybody stop. Stop. I hate this mutator. I have so much energy, but I can't. My units won't stop. Because stop command doesn't work on perpetual motion, but my units are slightly nudging each other. Oh, that's so brutal. No. We're gonna die to a custom mutator because I can't control my stuff. Yeah, like, it says you can hit stop command right here, but it doesn't do anything. And then these guys are just... Man. I thought we had a strategy, but perpetual motion is not a good mutator. I really dislike it. I wish it didn't exist. It takes the wind out of my sails because I was feeling good, you know? I want my units. I can't, like, for example, what's happening is I want to use Graviton in this guy. I can't because he cannot attack right now. And when he can't attack, he is considered a non-combatant, which means if he gets hit, he moves. Kind of like an SCV if it gets hit. Which means that he moves and he can't, like, it's this, it is properly named, but man, is it not fun. So we have to abandon the low ground here. I'm going to try to get defenses up on this side. This is insane. Like, I can't do anything with Zerg. There we go. A guy went next to him, so I managed to do something. But like here, I'm locked out of commands. I don't think that's okay. I much prefer microtransactions, which is the one that this replaces, where it costs money to issue orders. Because you get, like, I'm pressing Psystorm right now and my guys just won't do it. I have the energy. Okay. That sucks. So down to brutal +5. I don't know what to do with that one. It just declares whenever I roll it that I'm gonna lose the game. Oh, we got just die again. Interesting. So we have fear. Our units get feared when they get hit. Enemies leech life and then just die once again. We're gonna try the same thing because I can actually control my units this time. Well, fear is going to be a thing. However, structures are not vulnerable to fear. At least in co-op. So if they are vulnerable to fear, that is another bug. I'm going to hope that they're not. And that means that the cannons will be able to shoot forever. This first attack was actually just really good. Things were not very difficult to deal with. And it's going to be the same base idea right here. How long does Temple Archives? I would really like to take the expansion if possible, because it does give an absolute boatload of Vespene gas. And if I'm going to go Vespene, I don't even really care about the gold minerals, I just care about the gas. These are going to deal with the mutas. I think that they're going to get feared, so I brought the stalkers over to help. One thing that is an interesting idea or question that I don't know the answer to is, if you are feared and running around like an idiot, and you are a phoenix, do you still fire? You might. That'd be really good. Because they can shoot while moving. Where do I want Zeratul? I guess they don't have detection there, so I can just put him over there and he'll do stuff for me. I'm still a little bit salty about perpetual motion. I don't like the ones that just take control away from you, because what are you supposed to do? It's not like co-op where you have a top bar or anything to work with. And they're pretty hated even in co-op. Looks like they do not fire while feared. That's unfortunate. Dude, everything cannot... Okay. That is a lot of feared dudes. The chance of being feared is based on your hit points, so I think that the Phoenix just has too low of hit points.
We have to react quickly or our perimeter defenses will fall.
I lost all of my anti-air here. Are you kidding? You can fear photon cannons? Why? Oh, it's so broken. Just everything is broken. Oh, why can't it follow the rules? So, what is durable? And I think my only chance in the long term is Void Rays then? Because they're the only ones that are going to have enough durability to live through stuff. So they have the life leech too, and I just want to control my stuff. Why has it got to be that way today? Brutal +4.
I will erase the demon.
So we did say that we would re-roll that one every time it gets rolled, the short-sighted. Even though it's a free win for me, it is one of those things that's horrible for the viewer experience, so we can't do it. What do we have this time? Level playing field and just... How many times are we going to get just die? The game is really forcing it. Level playing field is we can attack air and ground the same, right? Interesting. To me, that says that this is Colossus Town, USA, right? I'm going to have full control of my stuff this time, which is going to be really, really good. The enemies don't have any combat buffs. We have to be able to deal with them twice, so we might as well drop the defenses again. I wish this cannon was a little bit better placed. I'm going to get rid of it this time, just so I can have a nicely positioned thing. I think that it's actually better to have this wall be well set up. One cannon doesn't add too much to the mix. And yeah, if we can hit ground and air at the same time, we're going to do so much damage with these Colossus. I think all we have to do is get a critical mass.
Admiral Varun, when the enemy takes to the air, we will need your support.
Okay, we're going to get this one. So I was talking a little bit, I don't think I explained it super well why I dislike the micro ones. Obviously not being able to micro is just very unfun and frustrating fundamentally. However, in this campaign, especially as Protoss, the numbers are very much lower. The speed that you can get stuff out in co-op is pretty darn high. The bases are good, you're always guaranteed an expansion. As opposed to here where we have 10 mineral fields, they have 14. And then you have stuff, for example, let's say you're playing Swan, and you're running around and your stuff gets feared. It's very annoying, but you have the laser drill. The laser drill is going to be able to provide you enough cover to recover. You don't have everything that we have here is units, and that is... It means that you have no recourse, because you have to fight enemies, obviously. And it's very, very low budgeted, right? So every different mutator has a different or a different budget of points allocated to it, and then the different difficulties add different numbers of points. And I believe that fear is 5 points, and I believe that perpetual motion is 3. To put that in perspective, the one that makes you attack faster and have less life is 5. So that mutator, which is fairly neutral, is worth almost twice as much as the one that means that you can't move your units because they just vibrate around. And that's a little bit cray-cray. And it's like that in co-op too. That's not just Dweeby's thing, because there is the one that sucks all of your guys into a vortex whenever an enemy dies. That one, I believe, is 3. It's very, very low budgeted, and microtransactions, which is the one that makes it cost money to move your stuff, which I do prefer more, but is still a pretty obnoxious one, is also very low on the cost. So Blizzard just thinks that it's not as big of an issue as I personally think it is. These Colossus, on the other hand, are doing great. I'm going to try to get this expansion. I think that I can do it this time. Mutas are going to come in this way. There are 2 Ultras that I have to be careful about. Where is Zeratul? I am scared of these Ultras, and I would like to put one in a Void Prison to help relieve the pressure a little bit. Yeah, they don't have any detection. Zeratul's doing a great job at walling here. We're going to have to fight this Ultra twice. I should have waited for him to die. That was misplay on my part. Not the end of the world, but definitely something that could be improved.
You address me.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to defend, obviously, the big hybrid attack that comes right here. They're going to be pretty nasty. And then there's going to be attack right here. All of our rally is going to go over to this side. And that means that because the next two attack waves kind of stack on top of each other. In that this one isn't done by the time that this next one starts. I guess it's not the next two, but it's the ones after this one. Whoa, for some reason, this mod specifically, the AI just gets confused at times. I've noticed that. Are you guys detectors? Can we just... Nope. You're not detectors. Alright. The scary hybrid. Are they massive? No, they're not massive, so we could still use the Phoenix to lift them if we... Oh, we got a rune. Oh no. We're not ready because they have so much HP. We're going to lift this guy. Move over to try to hold the base. Try to pull everything over. I don't need to keep workers here because I don't really have any anyway. I just need to keep the base proper alive.
There's just too many of them.
Oh, Rune got killed by the hybrid. Zeratul, you could have helped, bud. See, these guys have started their approach already, and we are not done with these. The fights are taking extra long, which is something I need to be very keenly aware of when I'm planning things. I think it's going to mean that holding this base is going to be much harder. It's going to be a while before it gets hit again, which is good. Let's get this. The kill count is racking up pretty fast. However, one thing that is worth mentioning is I really want that bonus objective. And that is a time-based one instead of being kill-based.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Let's get that attack upgrade. We're pretty low on gas, but we're doing all right. Is there a tool? The big booty needs to be inside of that gap. Looks like there are a group of broodlords over here doing some good sieging. Stop that with the Colossus, which looks a little bit hilarious. That feels like a lot of broodlings. Why are there so many broodlings? That felt like way more than normal for two broodlords, wasn't it? Where are they coming from? How are they still alive? Can you... I'm so confused. Oh, there's another one. Uh-oh. I think I might be dying here. There's a lot of stuff. Let's get some cannons up and running to try to help this base, which is about to be attacked. Oh my goodness. What? Infested Terran? Where did those come from? Okay, yeah, the resurrection is so insane. Turns out that fighting twice as many enemies doesn't mean the mission ends half as quickly, it means you die twice as quickly. I'd really like to switch in... No, I don't even think I can switch into Void Rays. I'm not convinced about the Colossus thing right now. They seem good, but they're also so squishy. And I am having a hard time keeping them alive. We're going to try to get some Cybercore walls. Try to reinforce this area. One thing that is lame is they don't have their turret tracking like they do in Legacy of the Void. In Legacy of the Void, a Colossus will always look at the nearest target. So when you stutter step with it, it is a lot more responsive. This version doesn't do that. What are these? That was like an invisible broodlord that just shot me. Do you see that? The broodlings just like came out of nowhere. Uh-oh.
Upgrade base is under attack.
Yep, that's a lot of stuff. I think we're going to brutal +3. Oh crap, Zergle's gonna die. Wow. I'm struggling to beat Zerglings with Colossus. Oh no.
Our pylon is under attack. Base is under attack.
Trust me.
Yes, I am dead again. Alright, brutal +3. What a fall from grace this has been. I knew it would be this way. This mission is just so ridiculous with the amount of stuff that it sends at you that every mutator is exponentially increased in difficulty. They really, really expect you to be able to hold off for a long time with your initial forces. Outbreak, fear again, and life leech. Okay. So at least they don't come back from the dead. We learned that the enemy is immune to fear, or rather, I guess they are immune to fear. That isn't what I meant to say. The structures are vulnerable to fear, which means that building static defense, which is supposed to be, I believe, the answer to it, if I understand how fear works correctly. I might just be wrong about this, and co-op structures are vulnerable to fear. But that counterplay doesn't exist, so I have to go for units that are bulky. I'm going to open with probably 4 Colossus, and then I'm going to get prepared for a big air transition into Void Rays. I think that Void Rays are going to be the only unit that has the kill speed necessary, and they're Void Rays. They're really good. I don't need to justify them. Everyone knows how good the Void Ray is.
Timing is impeccable.
I'm going to get 4 Phoenix to help out because we're going to need extra power against those mutants. In fact, we're going to get 6 Phoenix to help the muta fight. We're going to have to try to overwhelm in that regard. Otherwise, we're just going to die to them. Because life leech and fear means that there's a lot of regeneration going on. If we don't have enough, they'll basically have just die anyway, and that they will continually regain their entire health worth of, well, health. The attack upgrades are going to help in that regard as well. I think I'm going to get +2 attack, and then I'll get shield upgrades for the Forge. And we're going to try to rush 3 air, because as we are not going to be able to micro for a long period of time, I think defensive upgrades are going to be pretty good. Yeah, so overwhelming the mutas is the correct choice here. One thing that's very tough is the proc chance, as I said, is based on the hit point of the unit. It's not based on the damage dealt, which means that mutas, I believe, have 3 times the chance to proc it. And that is one of the reasons that they get feared so often, despite being brave Templar, right?
You address me?
Zeratul. That was very vain when I say brave Templar and then you think I'm addressing you, bud. Wow.
I will erase.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
I'm feeling okay. The difference between is kind of like training with weights on with the Just Die mutator, and now that we only have to fight half as many enemies, they kind of get shredded. We can lift these, and we are going to be safe to grab this expansion. The Infested are going to start attacking. I'm not sure that they're going to be in large enough numbers to actually matter too much. It would be nice, though, if like a couple hundred of them attacked, especially the civilians. I'd like to fight a lot of the infested civilians.
You address me?
Archon more this guy. Zertul, you gotta put your bubble on this guy. Oh gosh, the fear means I couldn't pull away. No! Ah, I'm losing all my units because I can't micro them. We're gonna get a couple more Stargates to prepare for Admiral Mohandar. I don't know if he's an admiral. I don't think he is. Phoenix are still doing all right. I have 3 Colossus. Yeah, we're just gonna try to hold with this. And here come the hybrid. We have so many Phoenix this time that I should be able to just lift the hybrid and have no issues. Okay, we're gonna grab these guys and these guys. 1, 2, 3.
My greatest creation.
I'm really banking on the power of the Phoenix right here. So we can disable you, and then big lift Aruhas.
Your probes are under attack.
Oh no! No! Ah, everybody's afraid. We can send a couple Colossus to go help out. Need some cannons. And everything died in the process. Not everything, just most of my Colossus. But I have a couple more Colossus over here now.
I'm detecting a large amount of Zerg activity in their hive clusters. Prepare for an assault.
Be very careful. Come on, cannons. We really need the cannons.
Our pylon is under attack.
2 Zealots should be able to take down 2 infested Terran.
Embrace the glory of battle.
Base is under attack.
I think we're clear over here.
Our pylon is under attack.
Except for the fact that the cannons cannot shoot. But we got the Phoenix to help out. Yeah, I just confirmed there that the... No, Zeratul! Ah, you Zerafool, you're so scared.
We had acted sooner.
We gotta bring everybody back and pick up some of these infested Terran to help out. No, so the Zealots didn't do anything, they just got chain feared. That was a mistake. When does Mohandar come? I thought it was the 8-minute mark. Is it the 10-minute mark? I may have made a mistake here. I was banking up resources for a tech switch that did not come in time. It must be after this attack. It makes more Colossus then. Oh gosh, I just want to move him.
Engaging the enemy.
Base is under attack.
Ah, fear.
Our pylon is under attack. Your allies' base.
I lost so many units just to being unable to micro. Oh, I'm really tilted. Anything that lets me control my own stuff. It's been 4 times in a row. There's only 2 mutators that do this. So is this Brutal +3 now? Or was that Brutal +3? I don't even remember. Oh, come on!
I will be redeemed.
Man.
Is under attack.
Alright. So enemies are speed freak, they move really fast. There's lava burst. I don't know what to do.
Guard us while we preserve our knowledge.
I'm so tilted. Like,
They must not make the mistakes.
I just want to play the game. I'm out of ideas. I gotta open Colossus, right? Mitten.
I have rallied the last of our great fleet.
Let's, yeah, so getting... The Phoenixes were good at the beginning. They really did help out.
When the enemy takes to the
They're the
air,
only reason things were doable early. I'm gonna lose every pylon to these magma bursts. So I'm kind of withdrawing. I cannot wall off or anything here.
the Zerg performed their function as I planned. My hybrid are proof of this. Now, The last of the Protoss will fulfill their function.
So I guess I want to fight here to try to keep alive what I can and just be aware that I'm going to lose those positions pretty quickly. We're going to get storms in position. A couple of these. I don't have the money for Colossus yet. They start you with so few workers here. It feels like it's supposed to be a big economy mission, but it's really hot. I guess the enemies are going to this side this time. I've literally never seen them do this. It actually worked out really nicely, though. The enemies went down significantly easier than I thought. Must have been speed freaks messing something up there.
Engaging the enemy. We tear.
Upgrade complete.
The Zerg are swarming at our flanks. We have to react quickly or our perimeter defenses will fall.
Okay, we're going to get the attack upgrade and the attack upgrade. Nope. Darn. Well, I don't think we can go for the expansion anyway because it's just going to get burned or something. And I don't feel comfortable moving my forces around. Speed freaks might be really nice because it gives me plenty of time in between attack waves. It makes things more bursty in a way that could be really, really good. Oh, the fire causes fear. It scared my photon cannon. Oh, that's wonderful. Once again, I'm going to prepare for the air transition. However, I'm getting more Colossus this time in order to make things work out. I'm going to be very, very much so on a budget this game.
We embrace the glory of battle.
That guy, no.
Base is under attack.
Come on, Archon. Get some good shots in. I agree with you, Arun. Our suffering must end. Do I want a couple more Phoenix? Yeah, I'm going to get a couple more Phoenix. We're going to try to rely on them for the hybrid this time. The hybrid don't have lifesteal, which is good. They'll die more quickly. We can wait for that fire to launch, and then we can move up just a little bit.
Upgrade complete.
Get a nice line right here. All the ranged ones will be picked up. Get the immortals in the front.
Teleport successful.
Those are so fast. We void prison one of them so Zeratul can take it out. And just get these disabled. You know, this is working. This feels significantly better than before. Now, we didn't take the base, which means we can defend over here. Fire still very much so hurts.
Zerg activity in their hive clusters. Prepare for an assault. My burdens weigh.
This is 17 Phoenix total. I hope that's enough. I'm gonna watch them kind of trickle their way on in. I'm very, very low on gas. So I'll make some cannons. However, the cannons will not be able to live against the fire. Nice. The Phoenix feel like MVP here. And get over to this side. The Phoenix aren't going to be able to help out much on this part. What do we have over here? Just some fire burning my stuff. Yeah, we can lift these. And protect the Colossus. Everything that's not a Zergling, I think, is okay to lift. Here's Broodlords. do not die quickly. Honestly, that's fine. And I guess it's the 10-minute mark that we get Mohandar. Okay. We didn't lose any Phoenix right there. In fact, these fights look kind of sketch for the most part, but we're not actually losing very much of them. Let's lift up these guys that are dropping the infested Terrans. At least we know what the source of that is now.
Our void rays are ready to do their part. Disengage prism inhibitors and concentrate all batteries on the hyper.
Get the bad lads right over here.
Well met, great Mohandar.
And we're going to turtle up real hard on this objective. So the reason I need this objective so badly is it gives me, I believe, exactly the amount of research that I need in order to get 25 Protoss. And I really don't want to have to fight anything else in this campaign without it. There's a lot of things that require you to get out on the map really quickly in order to deal with them on high mutations. Guess we're not doing a high level mutation next time, are we? We dropped down really far, but there's a lot of stuff like... what was it? Oh, hello. There's a lot of stuff where it's very important to move quickly, like Void Rifts. If I could use drop pods to just drop Void Rifts as they spawn, maybe like drop Reapers on them or something, that would give me the ability to take a mutator that was previously guaranteed death and actually have some potential counterplay, which sounds really, really good to me. Because that one just hit with so much stuff so quickly before that I needed help. And I think that Orbital Strike, the drop pods, is the only help that I'm gonna get. We can drop a couple of these bad lads, and then I'm kind of spacing out the cannons a little bit, just to... No, I'm not really spacing them out. I should be. The thing is, it's difficult. If you get hit in the middle by a flame thing, you're guaranteed to lose every cannon that's hit. However, if you don't hit in the middle, then it's better to have them grouped up because of Zerglings. So basically the idea of what we're doing right here is big stun. Scared Zeratul graviton beamed. Things you don't see every day. Well, every Phoenix is going to die right here because they got hit by some mutas. Not every Phoenix, but I lost about a third of them. Whoa! These hybrid do so much damage.
Our pylon is under attack.
I keep lifting Zeratul. The ground army is starting to get cleaned up in a way that is not good.
I will erase
Prismatic core online.
134 supply is pretty bad at this point. Generally, I'm maxed with this sort of strategy. A lot of this is because I couldn't get that gold base, so not having money is going to keep me down a lot. Another thing that is rough is the carrier is going to be inviable because the fear based on your life. So the interceptors are going to be chain feared forever. They will never be able to attack. Did I make immortals? Oh no, these are not Void Race. Well, I guess I have some immortals now. That's actually not bad. I do not mind having some immortals. I'm going to spread these guys out. Just try to deal with the Unituses as they pop up. Remember that Broodlings do not give you bonus kills. Nidus up here, and we got Selendis, who is not going to be a useful lady today, but that's okay. I guess she can absorb attacks with her interceptors. That is something.
Unleash the full power of your forces. There may be
I think that I'm going to cut shield upgrades from now on. I don't feel comfortable getting them. They're just too gas heavy. We have 9 more minutes to protect the archive. I think that's the most important thing. And I'm going to invest everything into it. I don't want to say that we're dead if we lose it, but it's just going to mean that we die in a different mission.
We face the enemy.
Where are the enemies?
Our pylon is under
You can't see it. You can't see the flame vents because the army's so big.
If only we had
Oh, Zeratul just got shredded right there. I tried to pick everybody up as fast as I could, but those guys knew what their target was. It was Zeratul. They went at Mach 60 to get him.
prismatic core online.
Well, it sucks to be you, Zeratul.
Our pylon is under attack.
Justice is our glory.
I wonder where they're going to hit from next. Probably the center? Or maybe it's going to be one of those like, they're swarming from all sides. Steel yourselves. Sort of thing.
Victory against
This mission's always very weird to me in how there's a lot of nothing. Oh, Bruthlords. Oh, everything else. So get the Phoenixes to hide behind. Yeah, that's what we want. If the Phoenix can hide behind the Void Rays, then they can eliminate the mutas very cleanly. Oh, my cannon. He didn't even get to finish building.
The final hour is upon us.
How durable is the Void Ray? 100, 150. The Colossus, on the other hand, is 150, 200. So Colossus are definitely more durable. I think it's just that there's more Zerglings and stuff to fear the Colossus, and that's why it feels like they have a lot harder of a time than the Void Ray does. We just soaked a real bad flame hit right there. So I'm not walling this area off or cannoning this area up to fall back to it. I'm doing it because the enemies do like sending some stuff up these ramps sometimes when I'm like dealing with an attack on 2 sides, and that could pull me apart. This area, this front looks pretty solid at this point. The flanks are really what I'm scared of. So I think that that is a fine investment into defense right there. How many morals do I have? 5. Yeah, I like 5. See, Amon is so threatened by that defense that he threw down aim thing to take it out. I think this is a big... I always think this is a Nidus wave, and it's a big hybrid wave.
Pylon is under attack.
Okay, it's like 15 Zerglings. Same thing.
victory against this is the incentive.
Pull back.
A sound plan.
Our pylon is under attack.
Oh no, my pylon is afraid. Do not fear, Pylo. We will save you. Bunch of mutas coming on that side. We're going to pull the non-Phoenixes back. We're going to get the Phoenixes to sit behind the cannons to take down the mutas.
Our pylon is under attack.
Hybrid over here needs to be lifted up.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Prismatic core online.
And we're going to have to reinforce the cannons in this area now. We've taken a lot of heat.
Base is under attack.
See, this is what I mean. Get back here. That's just going right into that main base. You're like, are there workos we can fungal over there? Maybe neural them, build a nexus, and start getting some sky toss of our own? Calm down, Mr. Infester. I appreciate your gumption, son. These hybrid that hit for like infinity are pretty intimidating when they move at warp 70. I just lost a bunch of supply. I was very close to being maxed, and now we have dropped a ton. I think most of it was ground units. I'm not sure exactly what ground units it was.
Base is under attack. Our pylon is under attack.
I'm going to try to hold this for the extra minute, and then we're probably going to abandon the low ground. Minute 35, I guess.
This is the incentive. This is the incentive.
Oh man, it feels like there's going to be a time where I just don't quite react fast enough and a bunch of the hybrid are going to get right on top and take down my remaining Colossus. I still need these Colossus. They have 67 and 100 kills respectively. They put in a lot of work against those Zerglings.
Justice.
I'm going to try the spaced out thing for the flame vents. Just mix it up a little bit.
This is the
I'm going to get armor level 2 now as well. I've been waiting a long time on 311 upgrades because of the gas, but yeah, having a second armor upgrade would be pretty nice. Every armor upgrade is huge against Mutalisks because their attack hits 3 times. 2, 1, and the research is done. Well, that is one of the most important parts of this mission, in my opinion. Push these guys over. Pick up all the hybrid. Oh, barely got that one up on the side. And we gotta watch for the hybrid as they drop to re-pick them.
Base is under attack.
We got all of them with them doing basically no damage, and then the Nidus Worms just completely owned our defenses. I kind of thought the cannons would do better. I was wrong about that.
This is the incentive.
Oh, that's a lot of creep. Is that a new feature? I think this is because of the... I don't know if there's a legacy of the void dependency or something, but these Niduses normally do not drop creep.
Base is under attack.
I think that's just a little bit of an oversight. Because it means we're going to be able to rebuild, but it definitely could have been painful if they had breached this, it took longer to clean, and then they sent a giant attack over here. So we're going to have to move forward and engage it on their terms. Whoa.
Your warriors have engaged the attack. Base is under attack.
I cannot control my forces anymore.
Our pylon is under attack.
I've dropped 40 supply. Man, these cannons do not hold off too well, do they? Oh no, don't target it, don't target it. Please, I need my money. They're targeting both my bases. Means I'm not going to be able to mine for the rest of the game. I have enough money for rebuilding. That's what I got to do. And I guess we pull back to these buildings for defense and see what happens.
Upgrade complete.
Our kill speed just wasn't high enough.
Victory.
When they hit with these big old waves,
This is the incentive.
it's a lot of pain. We have a lot of guys in production. I gotta cancel them and start building some pylons instead.
Under attack.
Oh no, we're gonna lose these external pylons, which is going to make the issue exponentially worse.
Under attack. Base is under attack.
Keep lifting the hybrids so they can't kill all my buildings. If they want to target the Nexus, I guess they can. We can always cancel it.
This is the incentive. Justice. Victory.
We still have 1,000 enemies to kill. Aren't you usually, like, very close to being done at this point? What's going on with that? Because usually it's when Artanis comes in, you basically get to the end of his speech and then you're at the count,
Our matrix
right?
fields are within range. Engaging mass recall.
And we're just not.
My brethren, hear me.
I must be
There
confused.
is little time left. All that remains of our race, our civilization, are those that stand beside you now.
We're gonna have to protect Artanis. We need this cloaking field in order to make anything happen.
This one way. Let our last stand burn a memory so bright, we will be remembered forever.
I'm just gonna try to put pylons in front of the nexuses. We can definitely kill Zerglings at least. This is... If we got anything going for us, then it's more than I can ask for, I guess. I don't know. I think we're dead. I have no idea why the kill count's going up so slowly.
Faith before
Hey, I'm gonna be able to produce something soon.
and Voyage.
Probes. Or maybe one zealot. Isn't that exciting? Here he comes.
We face Empire.
What happened? Did I just get Baneling busted? Uh-oh. Toss them into a vortex. Try to fight them in clumps.
Strength in unity. God will come.
And we are going to lose everything at this point. As long as the buildings survive, they will send ground units. And we need them to send ground units so that I can kill Zerglings to up that kill count.
Faith before
So we have to protect these pylons with everything we have. Destroying Overseers is going to be the most important thing that has ever happened.
As you say.
Can't lift anything else. Brood. Overseer's down. Go back to the cloak. We cannot deal with it. Make Artanis nice and comfy. Welcome back, Overseers. I think that what happens is they just send Overseers instantly whenever they die. So with the Speed Freaks, they are coming in at like Mach 700 to replace the previous ones.
We tarry too long.
I would really appreciate if somebody could check in this VOD what the, or not in this VOD, but like a normal VOD of when this mission normally ends.
without fear.
Because this is obviously not right.
Our suffering must end.
Something is going on. The mission continues to be a little bit broken.
Shall prevail.
What you gonna... I don't know, man. In fact, I could probably Google it right now. Whenever I want just a normal gameplay of something, I always look through Jay Barino's VODs because he is the stock standard big boy that plays on Brutal. So we're going to check Jay Barino's VOD and see exactly how long it took him to get 2,500.
Engaging the enemy.
Let's see. It took him 31 minutes. 31 minutes.
Strength in unity.
I didn't get credit for 400 kills,
Boldly without fear.
and I don't know why.
Our thoughts are one.
I'm good.
There can be
I want to win legitimately.
our Harak, and we
But man, it's just been one of those days within Utter Darkness. And I'm really looking forward to getting past it. Unfortunately, because we have no buildings now, it is only going to be anti-air attack waves. There's going to be no more Zerglings coming, which makes it so much harder to reach the threshold. Because killing 318 flyers is a big ask.
Faith before fear. There can
We tarry too long.
strength in
Oh my god.
We tarry too long.
God, there's so many hybrid. Let's see what we can do here. We don't have any Phoenix left, which is rough, unless there's some inside of the vortex. We have a rune. Get a rune.
There's just too
Sorry,
many
Rune.
of them.
And at this point, none of my stuff can really be controlled because of fear.
I return.
This is going to be the end of it. These corruptors hit very hard. They are 3-3. Artanis does have 37 kills, which is nice. Good job, bud. 145 on Selendis.
How could we have known?
I don't know what to say. That would probably take me about 50 minutes to do with mutators, and I don't have the time to do that. I don't. I can't sit here restarting over and over again on a mission that has not properly been play tested. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to be done for today. I'm sorry, guys. I am a little bit tilted just because this obviously has not been looked at all. Like, everything has just been so totally incredibly broken. I didn't know I was going to be doing, like, the alpha play testing. I was under the assumption that it was playable and it was more like refinement type play testing, but as we get later into stuff, it does kind of feel like I am the first one to touch it at all. Because these are pretty easy issues to spot, and I don't have time for that right now. So, I'm going to be done. Bye.